Okay, Mormons. As you know of me, if you know my work and videos and stuff, then in April 1997, my first wife took away my kids, aided and abetted by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, by our families, and supported and sustained by the Utah government as well as the Canadian government. And so, because I complained wanting my First Amendment rights to petition the government for a redress of grievances regarding my children being taken away from me, the former Utah Attorney General and Mormon boy, The Rock, as he was called, had me removed from society for 6 years of my life and forced upon me an internationally banned mental diagnosis. It's called spectrum disorder, if you missed that video that I did. And if you're not familiar with why it's internationally banned, you need to go back to Russian history, where in the 1960s they used that internationally now banned diagnosis to lock up opponents, critics of the Russian government. And so yesterday at 12:30, they kept pushing it earlier, but now my second wife has been taken away from me. And so the gloves are off, Utah Mormons, LDS Church, Utah government, controlled by the LDS Church. The gloves are off. You have declared war. And so how am I going to do it? I'm just one man. I can't physically beat everybody up. So obviously that's not the way to do it. If you're unfamiliar with Denver Snuffer has only taken away about a couple thousand, maybe a few thousand members of the church, because he wrote, he didn't translate as he first indicated, he wrote it. It's obvious he wrote it, but he wrote what he titled the sealed portion. Remember, Mormons? You're all waiting for the sealed portion to come back in the latter days? Well, the church considers Denver Snuffer a threat because he's taken away a few thousand members of the church. That's nothing. Look at how many Brigham Young stole. But yeah, Brigham Young. When Joseph Smith was murdered, people needed a new leader. And so Brigham Young and Sidney Rigdon had a debate. Brigham Young said, "I'm a leader of the missionary council," because that's what he was. He wasn't the leader of the church. He was the leader of the missionary 12. The traveling 12, as they were officially called. So that was his. And he enforced it by threats, and abuse, and murder, and Mormons followed him blindly into the wilderness to die, when Jesus himself said, "Don't follow anybody into the wilderness claiming to be a false Christ." Remember that? Go back and read it. Matthew chapter 24. If anybody in the wilderness, do we need to look it up? But no, I want to get this video done as quick as I can here. I'm announcing a new video series. But before Sidney Rigdon, his debate was humility. He didn't want to be the leader of the church. He wanted to be the overseer of the church. And so the Mormons, for the most part, only a few wanted somebody humble to lead the church. Mormons on the whole didn't want humility as a characteristic of a president of the church. However, there was a guy named James Strang. He claimed to have found metal plates buried in the ground, and that he had the ability to translate them. he did get a number of followers, even prominent Mormons. So yeah, he was successful for somewhat in getting Mormons to follow him. And that's where the gloves are coming off, Mormons. You have been led to believe that the presidents of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints since Brigham Young are the true prophets of God, and that you will blindly follow them and wait for them to give you revelations and commandments rather than independently thinking for yourselves. You know, not to be compelled in all things. Remember that scripture? And so, as a result, you are being abused as victims of abuse, and yet you still have this Stockholm syndrome to your captors. And so, it's my intention to take you out of the abusive relationship you're in with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's my goal. And so how am I going to do that? I've tried lots of different tactics, and all that's done was prove that you guys are in an abusive relationship because you are abusing me. You are commenting abuse. You are putting thumbs down. And so, yeah, that's proof that you guys are wrong, that you are not led by God, the true God. And so, how am I going to do it? Well, I came up with a new way last night, and I'm announcing it here in this video. I will be doing a video series of what a true Mormon prophet is supposed to do, so that I will show you that there is a God, and it ain't the one leading the presidents of the church, especially Nelson now. So if you're unfamiliar with Nicolas Cage's character in Con Air, where his cellmate, who is getting transferred, is having a diabetic attack because the bad guys smashed his insulin needle, and so he's having a diabetic episode, and the guard who Nicolas Cage saved is trying to comfort him. There's nothing really she can do because the needle's broken, but she's just hovering over him. So that was a there's nothing you can do. And so Nicolas Cage then makes his famous movie line there, "I'm going to prove to you there is a God." And then he goes and blows stuff up and saves the day. Las Vegas is toast. So, yeah. So if you don't understand why I'm using that, well, I'll show you. But one of the things that Brigham Young did was steal a United States coin press. How do you think he got Deseret coins printed? Those Deseret coins were what Spencer W. Kimball, president of the church at one point, gave as compensation or payment for the Salamander letter of Mark Hoffman. Mark Hoffman said, "Oh, I want a Deseret coin." "Okay, we'll give you a coin as long as we can keep this Salamander letter and keep it a secret." "Oh, he's now blowing up bishops with pipe bombs." "Oh, I guess we need to report this to the authorities." Dumbasses. But that's it. You have Spencer W. Kimball, Elder Packer, Elder Ballard, and Gordon B. Hinckley, all in a news press photo hovering over the Salamander letter with Mark Hoffman deceiving them. That's not true prophets of God. And so, as a result, the church was humiliated with Mark Hoffman and the Salamander letter, all for the Deseret coin that Brigham Young stole the United States coin press. So, yes, as you can figure, one of the things that you need to look for a true president of the church is that he has the ability to translate ancient documents. And as you know, there haven't been any translations since Joseph Smith, have there? And so, yes, I've already done those videos. You already know I can do it. So, yes, I am more qualified to be the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints than any and all of the successive church presidents since Brigham Young. And I'm going to go over more. The law of consecration. I will go over how it can be implemented in this economy. And so there's no need to say, oh, well, we're going to wait for the millennium. It's because they don't have revelation of how to do it. Brigham Young failed, and so they don't know how to do it. But scriptures, the temple text, I'll show you the true temple text, and I've already done that, sort of. There's more to it, but I can show you how it's supposed to be. No warning signs about the signs in the heavens. Oh, we've all had them, and the prophet hasn't told us, so it must not be true. And then destruction is coming. Where's the warning of the president of the church? Why isn't the president of the church standing against the immorality of the president of the United States? Oh, well, because now all the members of the church then are following the example of the president of the United States and are using the same ridiculous tactics that the president is using to me and my channel and to others who dare challenge them. So yes, Mormons, when you call anti-Mormon literature fake news, guess who you're following? And so yeah, theology, doctrine, and organization of the missionary effort. You know, the missionary effort is collapsing. Monson tried to boost it by getting younger kids to go out, untrained younger kids, and that failed miserably. And so they have cut back on the missionaries, which no, they haven't cut back. They just aren't getting the people going out anymore. And so, yeah, I can point out how to redesign the missionary effort to save the rest of the world before the coming destruction. And then the priesthood organization. Nelson took away the high priest so that no longer can any member of the church be exalted in the celestial kingdom, which you believe is your highest degree of glory. Nelson took that away. I already did the videos on this, but I will show you how the true priesthood of God is to be organized. So like I said, gloves are off. It's destruction time. It's humiliation time. The church is going down. The church controls Utah. Take out the church, take out the corrupt government of Utah. Take out the corrupt police of West Valley City, who have aided and abetted in my second wife being taken from me. You messed with the wrong person. I will take you down. Coming soon.